What's up, guys? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing much.
What my plans?
What are your plans?
Are you?
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking kill you! Hi! What's up, guys? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing much.
What my plans?
What are your plans?
Are you?
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
What is up, everyone? Hold on, give me just a second. We'll get it started straight away. What's up, everyone? Welcome, Blue Crew. Just 1 second, please. Just get the audio.
Hi! What's up, guys? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing much.
What my plans?
What are your plans?
Are you?
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
What's up, Sadiq? Hey, Timothy. Tehani, Tommaso Games, Zero Taku, Blazing Strike,
What's up, guys?
Rio
What are
Maru,
you doing?
X
What am I
Demon
doing?
Slayer,
What are you doing?
Nothing
Jonah
much.
What my
Martinez,
plans?
What are your plans?
Are
Diamond
you?
Led, Gigi Gogeta, Kana,
Yes.
Kamui, Insane
I'm gonna
Nitro,
fucking
Awesome
kill you.
Normal. What's up? Welcome to the stream, guys. Gonna talk about this a little bit. Just get everything out of the way. Alright. Feels good.
My mom wants me to become an art
Nerd!
What's up, everyone? Dragon Warrior Ultimate. Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the stream, bro. Alright. Is the sound okay? I think the music needs to be a tiny bit lower. Alright, feels good. Yeet. That's the new sound effect. If you have BlueCoins, if you've been here on the stream, you know what to do. Exclamation point yeet. That's our new sound that we recorded today. So Kaikin, Tom, and me did the yeet sound effect. Would love it if you guys use it today. Alright, so the thing you came here to do, let's talk about it.
Hi! What's up, guys?
What's up, Doodle
What are you
Son?
doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing much.
Basically,
What my plans?
What are your plans?
Are you?
Yes.
it's the thing everybody's been talking
I'm gonna
about
fucking kill you!
for quite some time. Ever since the error appeared. Basically, what triggered all of this, and I'll show you, is this message right here regarding the Scouter design. Now, I was really puzzled, bamboozled when this actually came out. It's a message Akatsuki to us saying that they made an error by displaying a certain unit on the Goku Black Rosé that wasn't supposed to be there. So what's actually going on? Not only is this like a half-assed apology message that they realized they made a mistake, but it's also a little tiny lie that they did. Now we have confirmation from the data miner from France that this information that they just did here is not correct. So what they state is that the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, the Tech Goku Super Saiyan Blue appears when a unit's art is glitching. So it was supposed to be AGL Sin Shenron, the SR card, a featured unit on this banner, but instead it showed Super Saiyan Goku Blue. So they're stating that this Goku is just a placeholder if a card's art is glitching. That is not the case. We've seen the Vegito glitching like a few months back when Vegito wasn't supposed to be here, the farmable one. It wasn't a Super Saiyan Blue Goku card that's been showing instead of it. It was like a gray background with a couple of Dragon Balls on it. It was like semi-transparent. We get the drill. So I think this is their way of just getting out of the situation where they made an error, but they're not trying to correct it or compensate the players. They're just making an excuse, and it wouldn't be that bad if they hadn't done differently on a different type.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing much.
Want my plans?
In
What are your
particular, the
plans?
Japanese
Are you?
version of Dokkan LIED,
Yes.
which had this very
I'm gonna
similar
fucking
issue
kill you!
that was different art on a banner. So the Strength Rosé banner had an art of a TUR Super Saiyan 3 Broly instead of the SSR. It's not a big deal, but some people thought that they could pull this TUR Broly straight away from, by doing summons, and they caught it straight away, like an hour within the banner was live. They caught it, they pulled it down, and they apologized and issued a refund to all the players who summoned on the banner. And it was a completely, like the error the JP side application made was minor compared to this. It was minor. There's only one little thing that I want to mention in addition. The Scouter error wasn't available for everyone. So this is the unit everyone is talking about, the Sin Shenron. It has since been fixed. It's no longer showing the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, alright? So basically, welcome Marcelo DBZ, what's up? Nova Kept. Basically this card is fixed, but it's been 3 days since since the release of the banner, and then 3 days they needed to actually issue an apology. What is up, Nate? Welcome to the stream. I got a little surprise for you, Nate. Just give me a second. Turn the sound down? What sound? What sound? Nate. But I like that. Okie dokie. So that's basically what's the issue here. Now, in addition to all of this, the error and them not really compensating us in any way, I feel like a little hush-hush Dragonstones would be just fine. Everybody would say, oh, that's just global, they're doing things differently, but they still acknowledged the mistake, and they gave some stones to players, maybe like, I don't know, 20, 30, 50 Dragonstones to all players just to make a hush-hush and make this thing doesn't explode like this. But they didn't. They only played the half-assed apology card. So the sound effects. All right, let's check that. All right, the sound effects will be lowered by 25%. I hope that's okay. Anywho, we are here today to discuss of the possibilities what can we do to actually turn this around and to actually make them realize that we will not back down, we will not be settled, we will not settle for just a half-assed apology about an error that made a lot of people summon on a unit that isn't even on the banner. So what I propose is, I'm pretty sure you're here to hear this, what I propose is to send a support ticket, a complaint message that I've put together. Actually, I haven't done this myself. Nate S.A. the Legend, who is here now in the channel, actually wrote a complaint, and I will just be posting it and sharing it with everyone. What I do recommend everyone doing is the same, sharing it to your friends and sharing it to any kind of social media, and most importantly, sending it to either Google or Apple. Now, why is this important? Well, just us player base alone complaining to Akatsuki, Bandai Namco specifically, but Akatsuki is running the game. Just us sending a support ticket to them will not make them do anything. They will just stand by their own actions, as they did already. They just do not listen to people. We feel we feel ignored because of this, and the only way this can be realized is by going directly to Google or Apple, sending them a support ticket, and with them standing behind us, pushing our action, because we have legal issues with the app itself. So with them trying to uphold the laws that they put in for the actual legality of the application, how in the terms of use, they would be running the investigation about the whole thing. And best case scenario, Akatsuki realizes this and refunds everyone the Dragonstones you've been using on the Strength Rosé banner in those 2 or 3 days while there was an error. Because they can't specifically locate the players who actually had the error, they will have to issue the refund to everyone. Now, some of you might say this is like a good way to get some free stones if you haven't summoned at all. But let's be honest, there were a lot of people who summoned. So it's only fair that if they can't do that specifically for players to make the refund, everyone gets it. It happened a couple of times, specifically on the LR Androids campaign when it wasn't global. We got the rewards 2 times, and some people even got the reward 3 times because of an additional glitch. The issue there was some people got the rewards twice. So in order to make things right, they gave everyone another reward, but that actually resulted in some people actually getting 3 times the reward for the LR Androids campaign. So they tried to make things right, but they couldn't. Anyway, so to finish this up, the complaint, the letter that you are supposed to send to Google or Apple is located in the description of this video. If you are on YouTube, it is right at the very top of the description of the YouTube. It's a very lengthy complaint. Nate made sure it's all legit. It is not something, it is not a letter in which we are just complaining about something that we're not supposed to get in the first place. It is all legitimate.
What's up, guys? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing much.
What, my plans?
What are your plans?
Are you?
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Yeah, basically it's legitimate. It's legitimate complaint. So if you can do this, just copy paste the whole text and then send it to appropriate companies that you're using. If you're on an Android phone, you're supposed to go to Google. How to send the complaint from Google, I will show you in a second. So basically, you go to your Google Play Store, and when you're on your main page, go to the left menu and go all the way down to Help and Feedback, and then go to the chat option, because that is like sending an email that was there before, but now it's just called chat. So you can paste the complaint here and send it. They probably won't reply, but if they do, they will just reply that they have received the complaint. But since they will be getting a large number of complaints, this will be recorded in a different way. So right now we're gonna go ahead and of course DBZ Space has also supported this cause. So he has posted this. The link that you see in the description on Twitch and YouTube is been hosted by DBZ.Space. Renzi is the one to be thanked for this. He made a page, he made a blog about this, so it will reach more people. And there was quite a discussion on Twitter as well. You can join that. So yeah, basically we will be joined by our mod team from the Blue crew, and let's discuss this in further detail. What's up, guys?
Hello. Tom will be right back, he said.
All right. Let me just see if I can find Nate as well to put him on the voice chat. He said he's gonna be here in a second. I see him. Okay, Tom, I gave you the role. Try to drop in the mod chat, the mod voice chat. Nova Slayer with a $2 dono. Dokkan will fear Hakai. That's right. They should know better than to ignore their player base. Thank you for the super chat, man. Lower music volume a little bit. Alright, let me try the volume. Lower the volume of the music. I hope that's better. What's it under Blue Piccolo to send complaint? Just go, as I said, go to your Google Play Store and then go to Help and Feedback. Go to chat and paste the whole thing here. I'm going to go ahead and do that myself right now. So, go to my Dokkan. Go to my own stream. And here we go. That's the link you want to go to. Let's open that up. This is Renzi's page. Now, this is the one you want to copy. All the way down. It's a little bit finicky when you do it on the smartphone, but it's doable. Let's copy all of this. Almost done. Has anyone joined us in the voice chat?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're here? Alright, why did you say so? I'm just copying the message that you wrote. It's very well written, by the way.
Well, I mean, I typed it on the phone. There's still a few little typos here and there, but it's good.
I took care of most of the typos.
I saw that.
Alright, so
Hi!
go back to the Google Play Store.
Guys? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing much.
What my plans?
What are your plans?
Are you?
Yes.
Chat feedback, and then
I'm
you
gonna fucking kill
paste
you!
it. Let's just check that it's all here. It is the entire text is here. And so when you do that, just click send, and that is it, my friends. It says you're number 2 in line. You won't lose your place in line if you go back to another app. Adam responded. Okay. Thank you for contacting Google support. My name is Adam. Should I send him the same message that I already did? Did you actually get a live person talking on the other line? No, you were actually doing this via phone. But we need to send a ticket.
Yeah, this is more like a live chat or something. Like
Weird.
Support chat.
Timothy Alexander with a super chat. Hold on, guys. $15 super chat. What's up, Timothy? You were mentioning yesterday that you're gonna donate. Thank you, bro. 3 things you didn't invite me. Also, I was reading, and I completely agree. Last, and here's my dono. Thanks, man. I didn't invite you yet. We're now in the mod chat. So after I check with the mods, see what they think about this issue, we're gonna go over to the sponsor chat, and we can talk about it in detail as well with some of the people who support the Blue Crew in that way.
You got a response.
Yeah, I got a response. It says, please allow me a few minutes while I check the details. Is he checking the message that I sent him? That's interesting. All right. We'll check.
They're checking your account, Blue, is what they're doing. They're looking into your account, your past purchases. They're kind of getting an idea for everything they can see on their end of what's going on.
Right.
So and that's why pushing for, for a refund along with, putting in this, bringing their attention to the request and kind of putting your voice out there, putting the two together helps move things along.
That's right.
Both a refund. And I don't want to push this out for just pay-to-play players. Also, the free-to-play players also need to voice their concern. They can just bring it up instead of it just being a refund. They can just say, I'm free-to-play. I don't spend money or a lot of money in this game.
And I'll go even further. I'll go even further and say that even the people who didn't summon on the banner at all could just join up with us who did and were badly treated in such manner, and also send a complaint and just join the fam, make it a little bit more hype, so you don't have to be damaged in order for you to send this complaint.
Exactly.
Timothy Alexander, thank you for that other super chat, man. Cool, man. Thanks for letting me know, and oh ho ho ho, you do the best. Freeze a laugh, man. All right, so for those people who just came to the stream, I really suggest you watch it from the beginning. I was talking about it a little bit in detail, but we're definitely gonna talk about it a little bit more. Just be patient. I can't go over everything, like since just this video will be uploaded and you will have a chance to watch it later. So in this stream, I will not do too much of Dokkan Battle. We'll just discuss while I grind rank. That's all I got for you. But it's a very serious issue, and it should be discussed. That's why we're doing this. And I'm glad that most people have jumped on the wagon and supporting the cause.
I know a lot of people are really hesitant about it because they just see it as. I think I've seen comments like the global base is really just kind of, they're not loyal, they're going against Bandai. I've seen comments and complaints about, we're just trying to shut the game down, really just kind of people who are afraid that if we stir the pot a little bit, Google's going to shut Bandai's, account services down for Dokkan, and that'll be the end of the game. We will shot ourselves in the foot. In reality, that's really probably not, that's not going to happen. And it's like the most.
That's the worst case scenario, basically. Them shutting down Dokkan for that little mistake that it did.
And it's fears like that have really held us back as a community in the past on standing up for what we think is right. Japan, they don't have the issues like this because it's so competitive in Japan that there is kind of an unspoken understanding that, hey, if you screw over your fan base, they will just leave. And they'll go over to some other game. And so that's why the Japanese get treated a lot better a lot of the time, is they don't have to sit there and stand up and fight for themselves because there's already the understanding that, hey, if it is messed up, they'll just walk. We're here in global and in the States and in Europe and other places, we don't have the savvy experience and background breadth to.
I agree, man. Look, Adam just replied on the live Google support. He says, could you please confirm whether you have already submitted the refund form from the website Google store /account? Maybe that's the place people should go and send the support ticket. Let me just check it.
And I get it. It's going to be a little bit, there's not like a one-step process as far as any of this goes. And the way I did it is I always like to call and contact the direct support staff at Google And if you're on Apple, we do that too. If you're able to, if you can hold on the line and talk with the folks. I was on the line last night for over an hour with different specialists and talking with their engineering staff and really delving into it. I asked how many other folks have been calling in, and the gal I was talking with, she had handled a few cases, but she wasn't entirely understanding what was going on. So we discussed it more, and she went ahead and forwarded it to more of her, superiors and everything else.
Hey! What's
really
up,
discussed it a
guys?
lot
What are you
last
doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Their
much.
concern
What
is
plans?
What are your
that
plans?
the
Are
longer
you?
that the longer the
Yes.
player base waits to
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
request refunds, if which is really all we can do.
What's up, Bursty?
the
Welcome
less
to the
likely-
stream.
The less likely the refunds can be generated or be approved because Google has an automated system. Usually, any refund request submitted for orders older than 24 to 48 hours would have a high likelihood of being kicked by the system. There's always exceptions to that, and who knows how that works. But the gal was telling me that it didn't surprise her that Bandai waited for 4 days before they admitted that there was an issue, because a lot of refunds could have been rejected because the purchases were made on the first night that the banner went out, and then by the time we even knew there was even an issue, it had been 4 or 5 days.
What do you think about the people that are actually concerned that they might get banned if they complain?
That's
If there's
just
any
that's,
legitimate
that's
truth in
impossible.
there, or-
There's like 0.0001% that you will get banned or any kind of action taken against you for complaining about it.
I would not worry in this case about anything happening to your accounts with Dokkan, for the simple fact that this is a good case, a good cause request for refunds, where this is an issue on Bandai's side. The only time you have to really ever worry about that is if you're an abuser. If you're abusing the refund system that's in place and continuously doing it, that might trigger a flag on Google's side, and they can temporarily shut your account down until you get it resolved.
Actually, I was in a wrong account that I just noticed when I sent this complaint, so I had to log into with my other account that I was doing the purchases from, and I'll send it from there as well. So anyway, make sure you're using the account you played your Dokkan Battle from. That's what I did wrong here. But yeah, like the worst case scenario is Google or Apple actually banning Dokkan Battle from the store itself. But I really doubt that will happen because they're generating such a large amount of income for Google and Apple. Even if the term of services have been a little bit tweaked because of this error right now, I really think that it's like so. There's so little chance that will happen.
I've seen some people in the chat ask, how would you contact Apple about this?
I was really hoping that you would tell me that because I never used an iPhone in my life.
I don't know. I go to the App Store Dokkan page, and there's nothing where you can say contact seller or contact for various reasons. At least that I know of.
Yeah. Maybe someone will come up and tell us. But right now, I also want to mention quickly to everyone, the challenge is not working in this stream, so you cannot challenge other people on this stream. I have shut it down, so just to make the spam a little bit less, so the questions could get through. What if that picture was fake? Which picture?
The SR picture that was put out there with the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, it's not fake.
The picture itself.
The announcement, yeah,
the announcement confirmed it. Yeah,
100%. The announcement is there admitting that this is an issue. That announcement by itself was Bandai's biggest issue that they've made. That's their biggest fault out of all of this.
Just want to make a small shout out to Timothy Alexander for the super chat, man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. All we can do is review, to be honest. Thank you for that message, Timothy. Yeah, them putting out that message that they acknowledge the Scotter issue is them biting on the thing that we need to catch them on. Is the thing that we needed in our case.
Right. I mean, they could have handled this privately. They could have gone through and and figured out which accounts had been affected by this, and gone ahead and done a quick compensation, and then have just made an announcement in the news saying, "Hey, there was an issue with something involved in the game. An item wasn't displayed correctly. We've already compensated all parties involved. Sorry about the inconvenience. Here's 5 Dragon Stones for, all the players for the inconvenience," and that would have been the end of it. And that wouldn't, and then nobody would have raised any questions about it.
That's true.
And they didn't do that. They've gone, "Hey, Global, it's been a great celebration. Thank you everybody for getting us to #1 on 7 different countries across both platforms. And by the way, in the middle of all that, we screwed up on the banner. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, thanks for your money anyway."
Exactly. So if anyone has any idea how to contact Apple about this issue, just go ahead. Let us know.
I'll look into it. Just give me a little time.
Because I feel that a hefty amount of people are playing on their iPhones as well, but most people that I know go through an Android phone.
Isaac Gomez knows how to contact Apple. That's what he said in chat.
All right, interesting. Well, yeah, and some people are asking like, what did Dokkan lie about? The specific issue that Dokkan lied about is that they said that the Super Saiyan Blue Goku that appeared as an error in the Scouter window is a default image that appears every time there's a glitch, which isn't true. When there's a glitch, there should be an empty space, a gray area with some sort of a Dragon Balls in a minimalistic fashion painted on it. Just like it was with the farmable Vegito, the strength one.
Even in the Scouter section.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder how that looks.
And when I wrote up the draft for the letter today, I thought about that, and I decided to go ahead and keep that out of the draft for anybody who's wanting to use, reasoning for their
that's true,
for their emails and their support tickets. I felt it was a different problem. That if it is indeed that they were lying about it, or maybe whoever drew up the little announcements that they did put in the news, maybe they just didn't know what to say and they just put it out there thinking that was the right thing and it wasn't vetted correctly. Regardless, I felt it was a non-starter for the problem itself. But I mean, for us, understanding what happened, and yeah, there is a distinction of they're not incorrect in saying that this is a glitch. In reality, no, it's not a glitch. Because a glitch is handled completely different. And so, no, it's not a glitch. It's not a mistake. There is something else that was going on there.
Timothy, thank you for the super chat, man. You're going wild tonight. Timothy with a $2 dono. Super chat says, why they came out with so much bull? To be honest, I don't know. Well, they're digging themselves deeper into this. And it's just that the team that is running Global, it has a different mentality than the team that is running JP game. They just go differently about it. And the newest news about JP is what gets me stirred right now, and it's getting me a little bit triggered. They have announced the guaranteed SSR rates for the guaranteed SSR on each multi you will summon on the JP from this day forward. It's still an announcement, but it's almost 99% sure that the multi-summons, certain or all of multi-summons on JP from some point in the future will contain... It's certain.
It's already now.
It's already done. It's on now.
All right.
It's on now.
It's on. So every multi-summon from this point on will have a guaranteed SSR when you do a multi. What exactly is keeping me from switching to that game? What will exactly make me spend money on the game on the global version when I know there's a game that actually treats the player base
What's up, guys?
better?
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing much.
What my plan?
What's up,
Doing
Sane Warrior?
plans.
Welcome to the
Are
stream,
you?
man.
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Basically, I'm not saying I want to give up on global. I wouldn't be doing all of this if that was the case. I want to do my best to inform the community about the differences in approach that Akatsuki, the team that is running Dokkan Battle, it's not banning Namki. They're just they're just a company that wrote their name on the product, but Akatsuki is a company that's actually developed the game and is running the PR and all the decisions that you see in the game.
Yeah, all Bandai does is license.
Yeah.
Blue, I DM'd you. I found some of the contact info for Apple, their support.
All right, that's cool. Getsupport.apple.com is the...
Someone just put a link in Dokkan chat as well.
And I saw it on Twitch. FK Burger said also posted it like a link. I will post it. I will put a link for the Apple support on the YouTube description. So I'll put that as well for Apple. Go here or here. I cannot edit Twitch right now when we're live. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I've got it now.
I had one response over on Reddit today that put a smile on my face because it was somebody who actually he really got it. He understood what was going on. He went ahead and went for a refund, through Google to start the process, and because it had fallen outside of the automatic dates, all of his refunds were denied. But he wanted to make sure he made his voice heard, so he still went ahead and filled out the form and everything else. Figuring, yeah, I get it. It's just a drop in the bucket as far as Google's concerned, as far as Apple's concerned, as far as Bandai's concerned. But he, kind of understood the process of if enough of us drops get together, it might be enough to push, Google and Apple into a certain direction. So at least put in a little bit of pressure on Bandai. What can that pressure do for the player base? We don't know. But here's the thing, though. That could be pressure. That's more pressure than we as individuals or we as the player base could ever do to Bandai. Because Bandai will just filter out all of our complaints. And they always have, and they always will. They don't care. But Google can make them care. Apple can make them care to an extent because they have a legal contract with their terms and services with those, with those platforms.
Happy birthday, Toxic Bagel. We got a birthday boy on over on Twitch. So we can go to live chat and request a refund, or we can express concerns as well. I would just say express the concern and set the complaint message. I wouldn't go as far as to specifically ask for a refund of a certain amount of stones. I feel like that will only complicate things. I'm not sure. I know that I personally will not ask for any refunds, because if you do those a couple of times, you'll just be like a red flagged account in the future.
You can just complain about false advertisement.
I mean, in this particular case, I would say
it would almost be legit. It will almost be legit to ask for a refund, but
well, I would say it would make more sense to ask for a refund, putting in there that you're trying to send a message. You're not trying to go for the money. You're just looking for, and be specific that you're just looking for any refund they may be willing to, advise or issue on the days that are affected. You're looking at April 20th through April 23rd.
Yeah.
And that you're being very specific, and you're only, and just saying, look, I spend money in this game where, I win and how I can, under the assumption that I have a fair role at it. But then I see things like this pop up, and it really draws into question what's going on with this game. And it may have affected me, it may not have affected me, but I got to send whatever message I can that this isn't okay. And this is the only way I can see how, we can do that.
Sam Warrior, basically we're just talking about the transgressions that the global has done over its player base. I really can't go everything from the beginning, but this video will be uploaded. You'll be able to watch it after we're done. I'm sorry. We got a super chat from Mr. Sage of the Six Toms. Dom, you didn't have to donate,
You're welcome.
man.
Yeah, it's to a good cause.
Thank you, bro. Dom says, down with Akatsuki, up with Nate. Oh, yeah, that's so true, man. We should be running the game. Just kidding. Ranked up. Global is run by the same guys that run JP, but I'm pretty sure the people they have like a different mentality when it comes to global. I've tweeted today that they are looking at the global Dokkan Battle as some sort of a gaijin weeb, sort of like a giant gaijin, like an intruder that's playing the game, but they're not applying the same rules when it comes to actions in these types of situations.
You know, and I can kind of understand why, after these 2.5 years, the executive producer and some of the staff who actually do hail from Tokyo, why they kind of get this feeling that we are just weebs, you know, just bitching and complaining about the silly things, you know, over the last 2.5 years. Because how often have we been on, you know, over on Reddit and over on Facebook and throughout the community where everybody who pulls some trash, hot garbage in, they're just mad and they just voice their opinion for, you know, all these last 2.5 years. So every time they hear any kind of valid, you know, complaint from the community,
disregarded.
Exactly. You know, so, and I mean, I've gotten a lot of pushback from myself with just this letter, people who didn't take the time to really read it and try to understand it. And, you know, and like, you look and they go, you're just complaining, you're just whining, you're a whale and just want your money back. I'm like, no, you know, that's got nothing to do with it. I mean, I go through a broker, so if I want money back, it doesn't work that way, you know, for me most of the time.
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
So it's yeah,
but this is like a different situation because this time we actually went through the shop.
Guys, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing much.
What my plans?
What are your plans?
Are you?
Yeah, we actually went through the shop. I bought all the stones from that were on the sale, and I used them like legitly and everything. So it's a little bit different this time.
I think this is the first time the 300 stone compensation actually sounds like it could be something. Like, it's not ridiculousness.
I have a few points in the letter. If you guys go through, it's the bullet point areas. I wanted to make sure those stood out. Of things I felt were adequate and fair.
I can read through the entire letter. I can read through the entire letter if you want. I actually wanted to do that.
Okay, well, let's just hit the bullet points right now, Blue. This is kind of what I was thinking would be a fair compensation for what's going on in the game, and reasoning behind it would be the 3 bullet points of what we're looking for.
All right. So it's a complete in-game refunds of all in-game currency used for the specific campaign, the Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, during the specific window of April 20th to the April 23rd of 2018. So that's the window that the error was. 23rd is the day when they announced the error message in the news, right?
Yes, and that should be, you know, those 4 days should be all that we're entitled to if you're going to use the word entitled.
Yeah, so another point is they should include an additional compensation of an in-game currency to all players for the delay of the original appropriate in-game refund. So just like an additional compensation of, I don't know, 15, 50, 100, 150 Dragon Stones, whatever they deem is reasonable for this kind of an error, they should at least do some sort of compensation.
And the reason, of course, behind that is, you know, we should never have to, we as a player base should never have to go up and do a petition form setting, go in and force the hands of Google and Apple to advocate for us. This should never have gone this far. You know, the step 1 of what we're asking should have been already given to us as an automatic, you know, due process. Because it happened in JP, that's the that would be the scenario of what should happen in a case of, you know, of similar type and mirroring, and it didn't. So this is the slap on the wrist that is, you know, for all players, for the inconvenience of the community itself having to, you know, essentially tear ourselves apart to figure out what to do with this game and to kind of rebuild something with the community. The kind of just blank, you know, I just said, you know, it's happened before in other versions between 100 and 300 stones. Let Bandai figure out what they figure is fair in this case and let it go. You know, I didn't demand anything. I don't care what the number is, but let them figure it out.
The letter that I am reading right now is written by Nate, the person on the voice chat with us here. He is also a YouTuber, runs his own YouTube channel. You can check him out. I will post the link in the description, in the chat. So he made the letter, the one that is on Renzi's website, on his blog. So you should definitely copy and paste that in any sort of a support ticket to either Google or Apple. Bercy said something funny. Hold on, let me just find it. Where is it now? Bercy said they handle global differently. It's like the child where abortion was too late, but you have to raise that brat and prepare for its life. Prepare it for his life. That's so funny, man. Francisco Cruz coming through with a super chat. I got my money back from Google. By the way, Rose is 100%. Wait a second, Francisco. What do you mean you got your money back from Google? And Rose is 100%? Oh my God, give me your ID, man.
Just sounds like he got a nice refund. Good for him.
Yeah, expand on that, please.
Now, Google will issue refunds, which is nice, but I mean, the refund thing, like I said before, is only part of it. We're really, you know, we shouldn't want to be there just to get your money back, because then we are feeding into the stereotype of whining, you know, global players and just wanting to get our money back because we didn't pull what we wanted and everything else.
We actually started doing this because it's fair. And we want to help everyone get their fair share because they made an error and they did not apologize appropriately for it. They did not do what they actually did in another version of the game. It's completely ridiculous and absurd that they're treating us completely differently for an error that is far more severe than the errors that were happening on the JP version, and they appropriately handled the situation, like perfectly. Within hours, it was all finished and dealt with. I don't know. And I just want to give a big shout out to The Truth. He made a perfect video, in my opinion. Completely agree with everything he said on the issue. So if you're, you know, you probably heard of him already, just punch in The Truth, and his latest video is concerning the global refund, or the refund that we should get.
Exactly. We don't want to sit there and be in contrast to The Truth, because, you know, Truth does bring up a very good point of just kind of throwing it all out there, putting all the chips on the table and saying, guys, look at this. You got this, and this in JP. And if you actually look at and examine global, this, and this in global, JP and global do get, for the most part, the same stuff. And what one doesn't get, the other one will get something else that is, it'll kind of balance out the two versions. And that's perfectly fine. I wasn't here to be in contrast for that. I was here more of to go against the concept that, hey, look, JP and global are always going to be different. And so you just need to be used to that. JP will get good stuff and global will be shafted. So just, you know, bend over and take it if you want to play global. You don't have
global gets a lot of tickets as well. JP doesn't get, so.
Yeah, global introduced the step-up system. So we have, as I said, global Dokkan Battle has its ups, definitely.
Yep.
Has its advantages, but things like this shouldn't go unnoticed.
And you can't use the argument of, well, he took you out to dinner and took you to the movies and bought you some jewelry, so he was entitled to do what he did to you. You know, no, it doesn't matter. Just because nice things happen doesn't mean that if something bad happens,
that's right.
You know, you shouldn't.
Very true. Yeah.
There should still be accountability.
Just because a person is a war hero, you won't give him a break if he kills someone on a street for no reason.
Right. You might look the other way if he runs a stoplight or something, but
yeah, exactly.
You know, if something bad happens, then he's going to be prosecuted like everybody else.
Yeah, it depends on the transgression that.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna actually switch the call to the sponsor voice chat. So we'll be connected with more people from the Blue Crew. Let's see what they have to say. Right now, there's no one there.
Yay.
But if you are, of course, we'll Don and Nate and Tom will stay with us, but if you are a sponsor of the channel, if you're a donation lord, you go over to the Discord server and hop in the stream voice chat. I will be there. So if you want to jump in, you have something to say, maybe a concern to bring up, or have any kind of information about this, go ahead and do so.
Hello, good people.
What's up, Nova Slayer? What's up, Timothy? What's up, Saiyan Warrior? You guys are so fast. You guys are very fast.
I'm jumping in for a little bit, but I gotta go off anyways. But I do have one thing to say about this whole issue.
Cool, go ahead, man.
It really doesn't matter if Global's got exclusive stuff in JP, or if JP got exclusive stuff in Global. It's still going to be the exact same game, but with different type of style they do. So, for example, Global would get more step-up banners than JP. JP will give all the JP players like goodies and 400 stones, all that stuff. Don't complain about don't complain about the whole issue of them getting 300 stones or we don't. We get our fair of shafts and non-shafts. So it's how the game is. It's how Akatsuki wanted to do it. Just deal with it. It's just a game. It doesn't need to be like the top-of-the-line game that you want to put all your money on. There's more to things in life than just a game.
It's a fair point, Nova Slayer. I mean, you could just close your eyes and imagine this did not happen, but in this certain situation, it's like a basically same error that happened in one version of the game that isn't rectified in this one.
Yep.
So
it's basically the same thing.
But this instance is even worse than that because they let it continue for a few days, while in the JP version they removed it instantly and compensated everyone. Like if you did 1,000 stones on that banner within that time period where the mistake was, you will get refunded that amount of stones. But on Global, for the same mistake and even the worse mistake, they don't even give you one dragon stone. They just say, "Oh, this is what it's supposed to be," and they're in my opinion lying about it. They just made excuses. And why am I saying they lied about it? I've got two reasons. First of all, we got a confirmation from the French data miner that says that is not true.
Seriously.
Yeah, he looked in. Yeah, seriously. He looked
That's
into.
Good.
He looked into the files of Dokkan Battle, and that card, Vegito, the Goku Super Saiyan Blue, does not appear as a default card for anything that's glitched.
Yeah.
And they lied about something before. The farmable strength Vegito that was glitched, that was available to be farmed without them actually announcing it at first. They lied about that as well. They made an announcement in which they said, "Oh, it's supposed to be there. We just." I don't know. It was some wonky excuse, and
this is probably like the twice they've done it. To be honest,
yeah, a child could like see through their explanation about it.
To be honest, I think they think that we are stupid. That's it.
Yeah, it's almost offensive how not intelligent they deem us for.
They probably also think like they don't know anything about JP and what happened there. So
exactly. That's why I said they look at us as gaijins, someone who just is a lesser being, but adores their culture.
An outsider,
yeah, an outsider. So, I don't know. As the Nova Slayer said, Global has its ups and downs. Some ups, some downs, but things like this is not just a matter of difference. Like we have a, what's it called, like a unit or a banner that just belongs to Global, exclusive. We have exclusive units for Global. JP has exclusive units for them, heroes and such. It's not the differences like that bother me. It's the treatment when things go down, when they make mistakes. How do they approach it? How do they say sorry to the fan base, to the player base?
Update, I just sent in a ticket for Apple, so hoping to hear back from them soon.
All right, cool. So it is possible, right?
Yeah, you just need to go to the billing section, and then I think I clicked topic not listed, and then they, said give a small description of what's going on. And I used a header that Nate gave out for the letter. I just used a header for that, and then sent it to them.
Sorry? Someone said.
I agree with. I do agree with you, about that, Blue, and I mean it is a big issue. It's just I expected when they found that issue out, they would have at least like gave us all the stones back from the just the Rose Band in general, or at least give us some tickets as well.
Right.
They just decided to just give us 14 stones for reaching just the again an update for the rank 1, and that's about it. It shows to prove you that.
Yeah.
That I'm just hold on.
Mm-hmm.
It shows to prove you that global doesn't want to be like how GP is. Even if it's just different staff members, they should at least think about what they're doing when they do this type of mistakes. And they should have just at least dropped us here's your stones back. Let's just not cause any more issues. Here's all for example, Nate puts in 1,000 stones. Here's your stones back. If Don put it 500 stones, here's your stones back. For even Tom, if you put over 150, here's your stones back.
That's exactly what we stand for. That's exactly what we're talking about here. Are you agreeing with us?
The problem is I couldn't see anything because I was deaf, and that's why I didn't hear anything. But it's like they don't want to give us stones back because they want to make it a big deal so that we have to force them to give us what we want. Like they're making us do the work, and they could have just gave us all the stones right off the bat when they saw this mistake.
Right. Do you agree we have a right to be pissed about this?
Yeah.
I think so,
I
right?
agree 100%.
And I have to correct. I have
to
just correct you something. You said that there's a different staff running a global. It's
a little bit.
It seems that way, doesn't it? It seems like it's different people running GP and global because of the decisions that they're making. But I've actually got information that they're the same people, but they just hire translators. They just hire translators, which do not have a say in which banner is going to be this way or that way. They just translate things for them. So it's the same people, 99%.
Yeah, they just plan different things. Like people always, a lot of people knew it makes a mistake like I do, like I just did now. They think it's other people running the game, but yet it's still the same people just planning it differently. Like bringing out Ultra Instinct Goku last year in December, Ultimate Gohan a couple of days after. They plan it so crazy that it feels like there's other people working on this and not the actual company, it's some other different team. It gets so confusing because you think JP and Global will be on the exact same schedule as what they normally would do, but instead it's not. So people get confused about that so easily, and that's understandable for most of the part of it.
Nate says there's a different team running Global. They live and work in LA, and they take some marching orders in LA. They eat donuts and
they
and watch
you
Netflix.
Say they actually in LA?
Yeah,
I can drive over to LA for lunch and complain to them.
Yeah, occupy their garden.
Yeah. No, Nate, let's go in there and just let's say, give me my money back. I demand my money back. But it's just
Demigro, I agree.
The whole I don't know, this is all crazy. It's
a joke, guys. It's a joke, guys. They don't actually live in LA, Kappa.
Yeah. But it's just crazy though, how they just do this. Even though it's the same staff, they could have at least gave us the stones back. Or gave us probably 50 tickets for Rose for doing this issue. At least something a little bit generous so we don't have to go to all the trouble of doing this.
Or
the problem is they're insulting our intelligence because they think we don't know about JP and what happened there. But the problem is they allowed the same mistake to happen again, and they're just covering it up. They're sweeping it under the rug for some reason and giving us the false explanation, a false, a fake apology and everything. It doesn't seem right.
Yeah,
the thing is,
go ahead.
Mind if I go quick? Thing is, I don't care who's running the game. All I care about is that we have an amount of respect. It doesn't seem like there's any respect being given to anybody over here on this side.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't seem like that.
And and I don't really want to be disrespectful to the Japanese people, but there is a stigma. There is a stereotype that they don't like foreigners, and it seems like the same mentality has remained with the company that's running it. I don't know if that's true. I mean, that's maybe a little going over to
you never know. You never know. It could possibly be true. You never know.
So yeah,
Bandai is in America, but Akatsuki isn't.
Nope. Akatsuki
all Bandai
takes all the
does is
shots.
license. All Bandai does is license and own the characters for the games.
It's
That's
like
it.
Konami and Capcom and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah. The big question is, though, this is going to be off topic of what this conversation is, but going into the 30th anniversary, are they going to shaft us, and just give us, less rewards than from the 30th anniversary, or are they going to just follow up what they did on JP? That's the big question.
That's actually a pretty good question.
I would actually...
are they gonna...
I would imagine they would do even better than JP did on the 3 years anniversary.
Yeah.
Because they always...
Look at how...
They upgrade... Global has upgraded summoning banners with the step-up program. That's something that JP doesn't have.
True.
It's also possible that the GSSR will come a lot faster on global than...
For global as well.
Yeah.
Very
Example Gamer coming through with a $3 super chat. What's up, man? Hey, BP, let's hear everyone's thoughts. Thank you for joining the stream, man, and thank you for the dono. Always appreciate it.
Dang it, Tim. The evil laugh has came back to haunt me.
We're going to change your name to Ear-Rape Tim.
Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not so much an evil laugh, more like a Joker laugh.
Joker.
I'm going to head off to Blue.
All right, man. Thanks.
I hope I see you probably next time.
Yep.
Sorry, I
See you
didn't
next
mean
time.
to ear rape the whole chat.
That's okay. It's okay.
See ya.
See ya, Nova.
That was for the donation.
Of course, man.
But no, yeah, going on what he was saying, I
ahead.
totally agree with you guys, but we don't need to get back our money. What we need to do is see what they're gonna do first. And if they don't give anything out, we can just send our examples to Apple, Google, or what else is running. It's pretty much it. Like you were saying earlier, 150. I was saying probably at least one multi-summon, maybe in stones, but I don't know.
You know, if Google gets a good amount of people who says that app is not for human conditions or something, they could stop showing it on Google Play.
Oh yeah, of course. That's what they've done with most past apps. They go into the graveyard and they never come back.
Yeah, that's I think less likely that's going to happen here. Dokkan Battle is #1 in both app stores in multiple countries.
It is.
They're a brutal
Google
income.
and iTunes make money of it as well. So.
Yeah,
I'm
Dokkan is a
probably
money machine, even for them, for Google and Apple.
Yeah,
money making.
What I was thinking is how they're saying, "Oh, we gave you guys the one app reward. Have fun with it. Do whatever with it." But I'm just okay. We've had this error before, so
it's a little bit convenient, right? Us reaching #1 in both stores and then they giving us rewards. It's about the same time as the error appeared, so it almost feels like here we're giving you stones, we're giving you stuff for free. Just forget about the error that happened. If I knew any better, I think that would be the case. But I think it's just a coincidence.
They're just sweeping it under the rug, though. That's the same exact problem. We're trying to keep them from going into that error.
Yeah, it feels like the Hush Hush Dragonstones, for us to just be happy and not even care about the error.
Just shut up and just play the game. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's just a coincidence, though. But who knows? Maybe there's some truth to it.
I was just thinking about the root of the problem. So, the original root, the only reason why we have this in the first place is because of some art. Now, on JP, the only reason they took it down was because Broly was Dokkan Awakened on the banner. Now, they overacted way farther than they did with Global. It went into a 2-hour maintenance and then immediate compensation.
Yeah, I just want to address something that a couple of people in Twitch said. FK Burger said there isn't any gacha law that's preventing this kind of mistake on JP. Any place, or if any place makes a mistake like this, well, they totally screwed. the rest of the world, every country got different laws. It's almost impossible to cause Bandai Akatsuki to even care. That's true. Japan has like a singular gacha law, and that makes it very easier for them to uphold this for the players and for the game. While global is just that. It is global. It is consisting of multiple countries. And it's a lot, I think it's kind of difficult to unite all of those laws under one version of the game. So that's why global doesn't have the rates visible, transparent as JP has. Not yet, at least. That there's been some motion that it'll be added soon. They have to unite those gacha laws for all the countries and make it like a singular law for the global. But I don't see it happening for another couple of months. And one more thing, Hey, thank you for joining the stream, man. Hey, also a very awesome Dokkan Twitcher streamer. So to inform you, Apple does not take any responsibility after they provide the in-game purchase currency. You have to contact Bandai to ask for a refund or compensation. Here's where Apple sends you to. Oh, so that's the reply that you got from Apple when you sent the complaint, right?
Did you get that as well, Tom?
So my question is, did Hey do a good enough job explaining to Apple that Bandai is misleading their player base, and that his real concern is less to do with the refund?
What's up, guys? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing much.
What my plans?
That's right.
More to address the terms of services broken by by Bandai with them.
That's pretty much what's been going on.
I agree, and it's less to do with us individually asking for refunds, more of a unified voice against this kind of error happening again, and just making them do the right thing. That's what we stand here for. We're fighting for all the player base on global, just trying to make things equal. I think that's the most important thing.
I wanted to touch on the gacha laws.
Yeah, I saw that you said the gacha laws don't cover this stuff, and I completely went off topic by mentioning gacha laws.
No, it's fine. Somebody else actually brought it up.
Yeah.
This idea, because a lot of guys don't realize what the gacha law is. It's not a law; it's just a law. In Japan, the gacha laws is designed so that you're not forced to have to buy an item that is required to complete the game. The best way of explaining it is, if we were to play a Dokkan event, and the only way to beat the Dokkan event is you had to have a special Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks.
Right.
And the only way to get that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks was to spend on the gacha and get a Goten, and then a separate Trunks, which are special cards. And then you have to have both of them in order to get that Gotenks, and then complete the event in order to beat it. That's all that the gacha law in Japan is. It doesn't do anything else. It just protects the player base from being abused. It has nothing to do with...
I thought it had something to do with making the rates transparent as well.
Nope. Yeah, they may have a separate law in Japan that require that mobile games display their rates, but that wouldn't be considered a gacha law. That would just be considered probably just be legislation. And some other countries do that as well, from my understanding.
But there are plenty of other games that don't show rates for their gacha games.
Yeah, so I don't think that they're required to, but if they are, they are. But that's not part of that's traditionally not been part of the argument with. Well, everything falls under this mysterious umbrella of gacha laws.
That's true. And welcome to the voice chats, Raccoon.
Hey, what's up? I've been here, but I've been listening.
All right. Fair enough. Hyper H Gaming, thank you for the sub, man.
We're just like trying to get rid of stress and try to make it easier.
Yeah, I saw the...
I've actually...
I was like, what the hell's this?
I'm actually disappointed.
I still can get used to the new yeet sound. It's awesome, right? Do you guys like it? Let me know. I mean,
yeah,
it's like an experiment that we just did.
Especially because I made it.
It's custom. It's made by yours truly. Gomez, thank you for the bits, man. And I was actually entertaining the thought of going over to the JP because of so many good stuff kept happening right now. A bunch of new units, the GSSR rule, you know, the treatment of players is different, but I just can't go over the fact that I won't be able to read everything. I'm so tedious about that. That's literally the only thing that's stopping me from going over. I wish that someone made a patch of the game and just apply. You can apply the patch over the game and just make it the same as.
Renzi's on our side. Go give him a call.
It would be like a huge job. I think he would be. I think he would end up monetizing the patch. You know, it will be a huge ordeal. The GSSR rule basically says that every multi-summon that you do, so 50 Dragonstones, 30 Dragonstones, depending on which banner it's going to be, but when you do a multi-summon, 10 units, you are required to get, guaranteed to get an SSR from that.
Yeah, the 10th card needs to be an SSR.
The 10th card needs to be an SSR. It doesn't mean that it will be a featured unit. It can be any unit from the entire pool of unfeatured units and featured units. But
yeah, featured
the featured
are 5%.
Yeah, 5% of the all cards will be featured units. So you will have a really low chance of getting the featured unit actually. So
it's kind of mixed feeling when we were doing it last night. Me, Don, Tom, Toxic, we were all pulling on that banner. Barely anything we got off of that.
You're looking at a 19 to 1 chance of pulling a featured unit with this new rule. What it's really designed to be is just kind of an insurance against crap multis where you don't get any SSRs.
Yeah, but it's something we'd be crying about. Like, there shouldn't be dead multis in the game. I would be actually a little bit more happier if they actually got rid of the R cards. That plague the game.
And fix the friendless, please.
Yeah.
Well, on the type banners, like for instance the tech type banners, you got a hell of a lot bigger chance to pull an LR now.
Really?
That's true. Your LR chances would go through the roof, which is one of the nice things.
Because of the GSSR, you mean?
Decide to swap it for those.
Make them featured.
They may swap it though for those banners. You know, where they're like, okay, on these banners, you'll have a 95% chance of pulling a featured card, and only a 5% chance of pulling an unfeatured card.
Possible.
If they do that, it'll screw us completely on LRs, which would be horrible.
Still, like only 30 or 40 cards that are SSRs on those banners.
But again, though, you're looking at 1 out of 19 chance that you're going to be pulling one of those 30 or 40 unfeatured LR cards.
Dokkan is probably... Oh, I didn't know you were still going. Go ahead.
No. I'm good.
Basically, Dokkan has been ranking it up a little bit, but I think that's pretty decent. Like a GSSR. I mean, that's pretty decent, right?
Yes, it is.
Instead of us just getting complete Rs and then SRs.
And I think the biggest thing is we don't want people getting their hopes up thinking this is the great white hope of Dokkan, that now everybody's going to have decent rates, and all it is, like I said earlier, is a guarantee against shaft multis. You know?
Yeah, it still took me 500 stones to get the new Vegeta, so yeah.
Can I just go back on the actual issue a little bit? We have a person from Twitch, next time maybe, says that he wrote this sentence to Apple, and it got him the refund of the stones he was using on the strength banner. He said, not the strength banner, the strength versus A banner. He said, this game falsely advertised a character that was unobtainable, and I would like a refund on all purchases made since the banner's release. That is actually a good way to just get the justice done for yourself. But what we're trying to do here is make sure everyone who doesn't even make this kind of a complaint to Apple or Google, and I'm pretty sure most people will just ignore this or go the other way or think it's impossible or just give up, be pessimistic, or just completely uninformed or uninterested in this topic. So we want to make sure that everyone gets treated the same way. I don't want to just be quiet about it. If I did, I wouldn't talk about this on the stream. I would just go to the support of Google and get my refund myself. But I don't want to do that. I want to try at least to, you know, change the ways things are being handled. I know many people have tried this before and failed, but that's all we can do. Try and fail. Try to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we really need to change something in the game.
But I'm just curious why everybody's making a big deal about just for seeing the rates. Because honestly, I don't see what the big deal is. Like, even if the rates do show, what will change about it? It's like still won't change.
Nothing. It's just them being transparent about it. If they don't show the rates, what is preventing them from actually tampering with it? You know, it's just the.
I mean, I get that aspect.
That's the only aspect I see. And thank you, Tom, for the sub on Twitch, man. That's crazy. You're now double subbed. Sponsor and a sub.
I mean, like, even if they show a race, they can just slap on, oh, look, you get a 5% chance of getting a SSR. But, I mean, that can just be them just saying, oh, look, you get 5% chance, but it's really not. Like, still really doesn't make a difference. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Well, that's why we have Renzi to try to at least keep them, you know, honest while he can. Once Global gets the capture system, you know, implemented, we will pretty much be flying blind without any clue of what's going on. But for now, you know, Renzi is our bright light at the end of the tunnel.
The capture system, capture system is preventing bots, right?
Mm-hmm. But it also screws up the re-rolling that Renzi does and the other stat streamers do. That's why Laughing Man hasn't been doing stats since it was implemented in JP. Renzi had a whole bunch of 300 stone accounts from when the Kefla compensation came out that he kept on the back, on the back burner, and he thought he could use those to get rates in Japan, but their system doesn't work that way. So he's been blind on the JP banners too. So, and you have to, and for LR rates, you really need thousands and thousands and thousands of stones and rerolls to get any kind of accurate running on the rates for the LRs. So it really messes up with the whole system.
Alexandri Ford, I've wondered this as well, so I'll just forward his question. Alexander Ford says, a question about a GSSRs in a multi. When we get a Super Saiyan 3 animation, for example, the SSR from the animation can be the last card? I mean, can we get only one SSR when we get a Super Saiyan 3 animation in a multi?
No, you can get a whole bunch of SSRs. It doesn't matter.
Yes, that's what I was curious.
It doesn't matter anymore, though.
I mean, you can get an SSR even on...
Just correct me if I'm wrong.
On like Super Saiyan 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, each card has its own individual chance.
If you get a buy, guys, does that mean the last card will be a GSSR?
Yes.
That's the feeling I've had.
No.
Well, not normally, but I mean, in this particular case with the new JP system, every banner, the last card is the GSSR.
Okay, with the new JP system, but until now on Global and JP, if you got to buy, guys, doesn't that mean that the last card will be GSSR?
No. Any card in the banner could be the GSSR.
I was under that impression for some reason.
Well, that would be you.
All right. Well, we got that myth out of the way. Let me tell you that they will only refund you what you spent on the first 72 hours of the banner. Anything past that, well, forget it. You won't get it back from Google. Well, that's all we are asking for. I mean, that and some other official statement and maybe additional compensation. But that's what we're asking for, is to refund the stones that you used on that banner because of the wrongly advertised character, the error that they made. But they would have to... in order for them to admit that they did this mistake, they would have to admit that they were lying. Do you understand this, guys? We have a big problem here. They said that this is normal, this is the default, the Super Saiyan Blue Goku is like that. That's what's to be expected when a card glitches. So in order for them to do this refund, they would just be admitting that they were just covering it up, which is I don't see them doing that.
Well, I mean, considering
not to be pessimistic, but
considering how vague they were in their, in their little statement, they could probably just say, you know what, guys, due to high complaints from the player base, we've reevaluated the situation. We've decided that this error should never have happened, you know, and because it did.
If you're a normal person, that's the way you would write things, but I don't think they have the capacity to be
I'm just saying, they can get around it without having to admit that they were lying.
Sure.
You know, and honestly, I wouldn't really care if they did admit it or not. You know, for me, it's a moot point. You know, that's the least of my worries.
Like I said, at least one multi-summon, everybody would probably forget it. That's probably it.
I think Akatsuki just gets too much money, and that's it.
That's pretty much it.
They're getting too much money?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
There was one thing Toxic posted. I'm not going to say it in chat. It was a pretty funny meme, and we also posted on the group. It was something about the stones, that Bandai takes your stones and they're just like, here, have some Mars. That's basically it.
Oh, well, if you want to see that meme, go over to the Discord server. We're not going to show it on stream.
It's a censored one, so I'd rather not show it in the stream.
Yeah, we're keeping things PG here.
Yeah.
Blue Piccolo, they're worried about the reputation being tarnished, I think. What about your thoughts? That's what I've just addressed now. I think, like, if they went back and made themselves look bad and explained that they had that they made a mistake. Even the apology message was a mistake. I think it would tarnish their reputation. I think it plays a role, at least a little bit.
Found it.
Katsuki's rep is already trash, says Darth Proteus.
Am I allowed to?
In our eyes, yes. But they're a well-standing company.
Blue.
Sorry, what?
I know this is off topic, but can I throw it in Dokkan chat?
Throw it in the voice chat dump, because we are in voice chat and we're talking about it, so that would be appropriate.
Okay, it's going to be in the voice chat if you join the Discord.
Yep, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is the one Toxic posted.
Yeah, that's very appropriate.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I didn't want to post it in chat.
John Doe says, by the way, I like your name, John Doe. Basically, the whole problem with Bandai not refunding properly is that the price of the cards summoned with the refunded stones will decrease relative to the ones summoned before the refund. Did anyone get this?
Nope.
The problem with Bandai not refunding properly is the price of the cards summoned with the refunded stones will decrease relative to the ones summoned before the refund.
What?
Wait, let me try to get that again.
He's 100% right. He's 100% right. What he's saying is, if they had handled this correctly by the way we were asking them,
the more time passes, right?
Well, no, it's more if they had just from the beginning given us back the stones that we'd spent money for. That's just in-game currency. That has no actual real-world value. They can give that stuff out like hotcakes, and for the time being, yeah, it's a slight loss of potential profit they could have made in the following weeks. But right now, because we're actually going and getting real-life refunds with cash coming back, that's actual money lost. You know, where if they just refunded the stones, they still could have held on to our money, and it just would have devalued. It just would have devalued the stones that we purchased.
They basically lose nothing.
But now, because we're going through the refund process through Google and Apple, it does devalue the cards that they've actually sold us.
You have a point there. You have a point there. If you go through like if you ask for an actual refund, you will not get your stones back. You will get your money back. So there's a huge difference. And them actually making a statement and giving us our refund for the stones that we used, you would get the in-game currency. But this way, they're returning your actual money, and it's costing them. I'm pretty sure they have to pay some sort of taxes for the transfer of the money back to you. It's weird. So no, good point there.
No, But yeah, on Facebook, everyone's going nuts on there, and they're just like, "Oh, I want stones. I want my money back." I'm just like, "Okay, guys, it's a game."
That's always the case.
Yeah, and that's not really the way you approach this. I mean, it's one way, but it's not the most effective one. They basically ignore the Facebook page.
The least effective one, in my opinion.
How many times did I have seen? Oh, I demand 300 stones because of one tiny error. It's just great.
The 300 stones legends will never die. It will haunt Dokkan Bell until the end of time.
Yep.
They should have just. They should have just made up their minds and go and give Global those 300 stones as well, and everyone would be perfect, peachy, happy.
Well, like I said
and the war would be finally over.
Everything would be Gucci.
I couldn't help myself when I wrote up the the draft. I said, when I'm looking at the additional compensation, I said, well, it should be somewhere between 1 and 300 stones.
Yeah, I saw that. That was actually cool.
I couldn't help but put it in there.
Alexander Ford says, "Can they ban for a refund?" No, they can. But if you do too many refund requests, they will not approve of it.
They won't look at it.
Yeah. If your Google Play account or your Apple iTunes account is abusive, is using it for usually like cross-platform games and all the time, then the iTunes or Google Play suspend your account until you talk to them and figure it out or whatever. But your game itself won't be suspended or banned.
Yep, definitely. You don't have to be afraid of that, and that is something that is holding the community back. You're afraid to raise your voice, to go and complain. Your account will not be affected. You just have to be certain that this was a mistake on a part of the game. It has nothing to do with you. You're just a normal, honest player that has summoned on a banner that had a different card showing that what it should be, and this is what we're trying to do here. And
by the way,
yep,
JP got #1 again, so I wonder what rewards are gonna come to JP.
Oh,
it's not orbs. So rewards is probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
I want more orbs.
I hope they don't.
Angel Amez, I recommend waiting until this stream is uploaded and watching the stream again when we finish. We're almost done here. I'm gonna.
I want justice.
Yeah.
I hope they don't give more than that they gave Global last time, because yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a thing, right?
One of these days, I'm gonna see them give both versions 1,000 stones for the last banner.
And
last banner ever.
Yeah, I want to say something as well on that point, which John Doe said that the value of the stones versus the real money is different. I just wanted to add that even if we actually succeed in this and everyone gets a refund of the stones they used on the banner, you still will be sort of damaged because the 3+1 banners are gone. So if you were to summon on that time and get three multis and then you get one for free, and when you summon now, you only get those 3 multis and you won't get the +1. So that's something they can't compensate because it was a time limited event.
True, but they also don't take away the cards that you already pulled.
Yep,
that's true. That's very good.
Also,
they don't have the
what you mean, my unfeatured demigod?
Yeah, they can't do it technically. They don't have a means to take your card away, I think.
Yeah.
I would recommend saving the stones.
What if you want them to take it away, though?
Timmy, go ahead.
I would recommend saving the stones for the 3rd year, because we might have 3-step on that one as well.
That's good. Ninja Nate, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. You're a bit late, but very appreciated. Your presence is always welcome. Unfortunately, we already said most of what we wanted to. This is our little outlet to inform people of what we think about this topic. Ningen Nate. Yeah. Nova Slayer used the Ningen sound effect.
Aw, you got some dislikes. I feel bad for you.
Really? Alright,
Yeah.
I mean, difference of opinion, I guess. It's
I
fine.
know.
It's fine. But it's probably some JP players.
Yeah, probably.
Wow, 7 dislikes.
And we got 69 likes. Oh, 77 likes.
Yeah, okay, so if you've joined the video, just smash that like button, guys. Always appreciate it. And, well...
And we got 69 likes. Oh, 77 likes.
Refund. If you're new,
so
if you're new and you like content like this in the future, I stream at least 4 to 5 times per week. We always do Dokkan Battle, talk about the latest stuff. So join the Blue Crew, stay in touch with your favorite people and your favorite game. Just want to finish the stream off by reading the actual email. And listen to the yeet sound.
Private, you're echoing.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just mute myself. So if you want to say bye, or if you have any kind of like ending thoughts about this problem, now is the time to do it.
My mom wants
Well,
me to
see ya,
become
chat.
I just want to say see ya, man.
All right.
Enjoy.
No matter what happens, I will always love you.
That's a good ending note.
Yeet.
Bye,
Yeet.
guys.
All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with us in the voice chat. I'll see you next time. Alrighty. So as I said, to end the stream and maybe update some people who just came here, have no clue about what we're talking about, you have two options: either listen to what I'm about to say, or wait until this video is uploaded and then watch it from the start to finish. All right, so here we go. This was written completely by Nate. I did some typo corrections, and it was a little bit adjusted by Frenzy from DBZ Space. So here we go. Whoops. A little blooper for the end of the stream. All right, so basically this is what it says. Shout out to Nate for actually putting this together. So, we the player base have a legitimate concern as to handling of the above-mentioned title Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle by the above-mentioned publisher, Bandai Namco. For the date range of April 20th to April 23rd, 2018, the player base was never made aware of the misleading error in the advertisement for a major in-game campaign. During these 100 hours, tens of thousands of players used the in-game currency as well as money to purchase the in-game currency for this advertised event. Only after the event has ended did the publisher make a formal statement acknowledging there was a misleading error on one unit in the campaign. This error made it completely impossible to pull the advertised unit, simply because the unit does not exist in the form it was advertised, and more importantly, was never included in the banner's pool, despite being featured in the advertisement. Now, this is a very dry way of saying this, but it's absolutely 100% true. During this major celebration, the publisher proudly made posts showing the game has reached #1 in gross sales in 9 countries, regions across all platforms. Only after achieving this did the publisher acknowledge the error. It's very convenient, right? Many have waited for a reasonable in-game refund to be made by the publisher. After all, there is a precedence for a full in-game refund being delivered to all affected players just 3 months prior. On the sister application Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle JP in January of 2018, this exact same banner campaign was released on the JP version. Within hours, the banner was removed because the same exact error occurred but to a lesser extent. Shortly after the campaign's removal, it was replaced with a fixed variant of the campaign, and all affected players immediately received full compensation of the in-game currency used on the campaign. Someone used the nerd sound effect. Now it's the appropriate time. The turnaround between launch of the campaign, acknowledgement issue, and the refund was approximately 6 hours. So the JP needed only 6 hours to fix this, while this error lasted for 4 days before they actually addressed it.
My mom
And very poorly. Nerd! Thank you for that.
What?
The incident is very well documented on YouTube, Twitch, Mobcrush by the streaming and video content community. Currently, in the version of the game listed above, has been nearly a week since the release of the campaign. Yeet. There is a well-documented precedence as to how the publisher treats compensations for this type of errors, as shown in the JP version, and the player base is understandably upset. One Google specialist spoken with on the phone said it the best. It's okay if the publisher enjoyed the campaign, took everyone's money, realized there was an error, and said, sorry, our bad, but thanks for the money. It's basically what they did. Complaint directly to the publisher have gone without response. As our store, we, the player base, have no other choice but to petition our grievances to you. You are our advocate in this process. We're talking to Google here. Your publisher terms and services are in place to protect us as much as yourself. If the publisher will not listen to us, it's up to the store to put enough adequate pressure on them to ensure that these type of advantages are not taken again. Now, these are the things we're actually expecting to happen. Well, if they get enough of these complaints, we as a player base seek a fair compensation for the publisher. Such compensation should include complete in-game refunds of all game currency used in a specific campaign, the Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, during the specific window of April 20th to 23rd, the 4 days. An additional compensation of the game currency to all players for the delay of the original appropriate game refund. The fact that a formal complaint campaign had to be drafted and submitted by an ample player base is excusable. So they should make an additional efforts to reward the player base with some additional compensational stones, because your currency will lose its value, and the time frame in which you had the 3+1 summonable, the option to do the 3+1 on the same banner is gone already. So the stones you get back from the refund, you will not be able to do anymore. Yeet! So for this, the community is entitled to a fair compensation that is reflective of previous compensations issued to the JP version for similar mistakes, somewhere between 100 to 300 stones. This is not necessary, but it will be really nice touch. It will make people really happy, and they will forgive the company for making these mistakes. Anyway, another point is, if after pressure from the respective stores fails to result in the above requested compensations, it falls on the shoulders of the respective stores to fully compensate every user who submits a refund request for all in-game purchases made in the above-mentioned game. The above-mentioned game should not be included in the respective stores listing until all complaints have been reasonably addressed. It is not, nor ever was our intention, to threaten or demand a course for how business should be done. Simply, we are standing as a voice against an action that has gone long enough in not just this issue, but many other previous actions. If the publisher makes moves to rectify the situation and their action satisfied the player base as a whole, this complaint will be considered null. So thank you guys for watching this. I hope you got a little bit informed if you were confused about this whole situation. And see you next time.